How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we will be going over the Golden Knights' 1-0 victory over the Colorado Avalanche. And can I just say, what an impressive game, especially after the last one I reviewed. Now, one thing I have to get out of the way first, I couldn't do the review of the Sharks game on Saturday because that was one of the games that got rescheduled, and I just didn't have time to do it. I had other plans that day, but I was able to watch the game yesterday, and wow, it was the most fun game that's 1-0 I've ever watched. The defensive play from both teams was incredible. To some of the amount of shot blocking, the amount of stick checking, it was very, very impressive. And the referees didn't call a lot of penalties, even when there were clear times where they should have, but we'll get to that. But the game had a lot of flow to it because of that. And Marc-Andre Fleury looks like an absolute world beater right now. So, yeah. And, I've made a conscious choice. So I've been wearing this jersey when the Golden Knights are away, or when they have their gold jerseys, because I don't have the gold jersey yet, which I will soon, hopefully. But I made the conscious choice not to wear this jersey yesterday. I wore the reverse retro when I watched the game. For a simple reason. The last two times I watched a Colorado game, because I was not able to watch them in the round robin, were the two games in the regular season last season. And if you know how those games went, you would know that Pierre-Edouard Bellemare scored 3 goals in 2 games. And the Golden Knights lost about 14-2 or something like that in those 2 games. Yeah, this is a Bellemare jersey. And, so I decided not to wear it, and I will not be wearing it during any Colorado game against the Golden Knights as long as Bellemare is there. Bellemare had a chance last night, and he did not score on it, so maybe I got something right. But anyways, let's get into this, see how this game went. So really early in the game, Colorado's coming up. They haven't played about 2 weeks, so yeah, Fleury was starting. No Theodore, no McNabb, and no Nosek. Now, Colorado also had no Landeskog and no Makar and no Erik Johnson. So they're still missing a couple guys. But right off the bat, Colorado takes a too many men call. So Smith got 2 really good chances on that power play, but Colorado really showed that they have a much better penalty kill than the Sharks do. Then Burakovsky got a huge chance in front where Fleury made the save and then had to make a save on the rebound. Then Timmins, high stick tuck, and Pacioretty on that power play hit a post. Then Keegan Colasar was denied. I am waiting for Keegan Colasar to get his first goal because he has looked very, very good. And yeah, he looks really, really solid. Then Fleury stopped McDonald. McDonald for Colorado, I know it was his 5th NHL game, but he looked pretty good. The Golden Knights were defending very well, and they just need to get some better chances. But Colorado was defending very, very well as well. This was one of the best defensive games I've ever seen in my life. Because while chances were high at both ends, neither team gave up a huge chance in front, really. Grubauer stood tall against the expansion line, made a huge stick save. Then Fleury stopped Brandon Saad in front. Marchessault got basically a breakaway and missed the net point blank. I put on Twitter that you can't miss the net there. And then before the period ends, Stone gets stopped. So it's 0-0 going into the second. And this was a tight defensive game. Then in the second period, a minute and a half in, Pacioretty from White Cloud, and that's the 1 goal of the game. And I really thought that they really allowed a 3-on-2 because the forwards for Colorado changed at that point, and the Golden Knights just rushed down the ice. And it was a bit of a bad change that led to that goal, but hey. And then the game got scrummy after Graves hit Coghlan after a whistle. And shockingly, it's Cody Glass who goes in. So Glass, again, showing some of that edge that he wanted to add to his game. Although there was no power play out of that. Coghlan gets hit after a whistle and like shoved down to the ice after a whistle, and you don't call that? Then Reeves had a very entertaining play where, to not cause an offsides, he basically did the splits so that he wouldn't cause the offside, which it was entertaining. Then Fleury stopped O'Connor. White Cloud got a very nice chance after that, and Mark Stone had an incredible game. I know he doesn't get on the score sheet, but Mark Stone had a very, very good game. He caused a lot of turnovers that really helped the Golden Knights, especially in the defensive end. He was very, very good for them. Then Jason Megna basically gets a breakaway, and Martinez helps to stop it, and they called holding on it, which, considering that they're not calling very many penalties in this game, I thought that was a really weak call, because Martinez doesn't really hold him. He puts his hand around him, but he doesn't grab him in any way. But anyway, during that time, Timmins interferes with Waugh, and it goes to 4-on-4, and eventually to a Golden Knights power play. Grubauer stopped Stone, and Marchessault got a good chance in front, but yeah, the special teams were not really a big story in this game. Then Smith fanned on one in front. Fleury stopped Nathan MacKinnon. Nathan MacKinnon, shockingly, didn't get to do a lot. I believe that was his only shot on goal that I really noticed, because his other big shot, White Cloud blocked. MacKinnon did have some fancy puck plays, but the Golden Knights did a very, very good job of shutting MacKinnon down when they needed to. Then the game was getting chippy at that point. If we get three more games like this, it could get rough by the end of it. And White Cloud. So let's go over this play. So Nick Hague's stick breaks in the corner. White Cloud sees this as the Colorado Avalanche begin to push in. White Cloud basically just identifies this, holds the puck against the boards, fends off like 4 abs, waits for the other players who are coming back from a change to get into position for a rush. White Cloud gets it back to Nick Hague, who is trying to help, even though he doesn't have a stick. Hague is able to kick it out, and the Golden Knights get a rush from that. So Zach Whitecloud and Nick Hague are very, very smart players, especially Whitecloud. Zach Whitecloud has been an incredibly smart player. He can identify a lot of things that you may not think of, and his work ethic is very impressive. So yeah, White Cloud has been very, very good, and man, he could be a pretty freaking good NHL defenseman one day if his offense develops the way it's looking. Then Stevenson fanned on a 2-on-0 just before the end of the period, and that was it. So that's over after 2 periods, and yeah, let's go to the third. The third period, the first, I'd say quarter of the third period was dominated by Colorado. Then the Golden Knights took it for about the next 7 minutes. There were about 7 minutes where Colorado did not have a shot on goal in a period where they were only down by 1. So Golden Knights did very, very well. And then from about the 5-minute mark till the end, Colorado really, really pushed. But Marc-Andre Fleury, very, very impressive. So Fleury robbed a scramble in front. McDonald hit a post. Then Grubauer made a save on Nick Waugh. And the Golden Knights really needed to start taking chances away. I felt that at that point in the game, they were giving up too many chances on Fleury. And the Golden Knights really stopped any rebound attempts at that point in the game. Although Fleury was still facing a lot of shots, he wasn't really getting any high-danger rebounds against. Then Marchessault and Carlson got a big chance. Then Grubauer robbed Stevenson of a breakaway. Basically, him and Stevenson raced for a puck in the middle of the Colorado zone, and Grubauer got to it first. And then Grubauer robbed Coghlan of a bat-in, kind of like Marchessault in the last game. And then Fleury stopped a big chance from Pierre-Edouard Bellemare, and I would have actually died if Bellemare had scored a game-tying goal in a game like this. Then Grubauer was pulled with about a minute and a half left. Stevenson, with about 30 seconds left, gets tripped at center ice. Tripped at center ice when he was basically on a break to get the empty net goal. And there was no call. So you're going to call the slightly weak Martinez call earlier, but you're not going to make a call that could be a game-defining moment at center ice with 30 seconds left? Okay. But the Golden Knights were able to keep up the great defense, and they really came out on top by the end of this. So the Golden Knights win 1-0. Total shots on goal were 30-24 for Colorado. Power play percentage, the Golden Knights were 0 for 3, and the Avalanche were 0 for 1, so a very disciplined game from the Golden Knights. My 3 stars, which were very close, which I did before they announced their official 3 stars, were actually really close. I had Fleury at 1, Pacioretty at 2, and then I had a 3-way tie for number 3 with Whitecloud, Haig, and Stone. And the 3rd star of the game was Zach Whitecloud. So, yeah. One thing I'm kind of surprised is that Grubauer didn't get a star of the game. I mean, he did save 23 out of 24 shots. That's a pretty good save percentage there. But that's it, guys. That's really it for this game. If the Golden Knights can play this good defensively in the next 3 games against Colorado, they could take 3 out of 4. If they take 4, all 4 games, that would be incredibly impressive. So, yeah, that is it for this one, guys. I will be back on Tuesday or Wednesday to talk, well, on Wednesday to talk about the next game against Colorado. If you want to get my thoughts on every game during the game, my Twitter is @2_pad. And yeah, that's it for this one. I will see you in the next video.